Last winter, with very little fanfare or public acknowledgement, the Grass River Natural Area was identified as a rare biodiversity hotspot by Michigan's leading authority on endangered and threatened species. The Michigan Natural Features Inventory, or MNFI, conducted a biological survey of Grass River to inform management decisions at this special preserve. But no one really knew just how important the area is to the biological diversity of the state. Here's botanist and a senior scientist with MNFI, Phyllis Higman.
If you look at a picture of Grass River Natural Area on a map, you'll see this oasis of diversity surrounded by a fragmented landscape. So we documented a really high-quality remnant that's critical from a statewide perspective.
Grass River Natural Area Education Director James Dake says a comparable study was completed in the 1980s.
So there were a number of, I think 180 or so plants that were found in this study that weren't found in the 83 study. So it was a lot more extensive, so we found a lot more information, got a lot more, a bigger picture of what is out there. We also found a number of plants that were never even recorded in Antrim County before, so there are new records for the county. One of the biggest surprises to me was that floristic quality index. Anything above 35 is something that's considered a high quality natural area. And we had some of our natural communities that scored above 60 and close to 70, which is pretty incredible that they scored that high, which shows that there are a lot of rare and special plants there, and that the fact that it was protected back in 1969 shows that those people had the foresight that this was a really special place and it needed to be protected, and we're happy it is today.
Though protected from development, the integrity of the Grass River Natural Area faces other threats.
Right now, because it's conserved as a natural preserve, there are not as many threats as other places, but invasive species are just starting to occur there. It was remarkable to me how little they were.
Invasive species are plants that don't belong here. They were transported here or invaded to this area, usually from traveling with people. And since they don't have any kind of natural predators or natural defenses or competition, they often invade and they take over very strongly. They can be very aggressive, and they actually start to push out many of our native plants. That's a worry in our wetland habitats because if we have rare plants like sundews and pitcher plants and orchids, those plants can be pushed out and the invasive plants can take over. So it gave us a list of some of the top kind of rare plants that we have, over a dozen easily of rare plants that really allows us to target certain areas that we want to manage. So some of those really special wetland northern fen habitats, we can target some of those areas to really make sure that invasives aren't creeping in on those areas. It also gives us a detailed map of where some invasives are starting to creep in, so we can start to work with our land and facilities manager and with volunteers to get them out in the field and actually managing those invasive species.
The biological survey also identified a few mysteries at Grass River.
Since we have some of these really special communities, there were plants that could possibly be there that were not found in the study. Plants of special concern in the state of Michigan, so things like Calypso Orchid or Ram's Head Lady Slipper, plants that we have the correct habitat for, and they could possibly be here because they've been recorded in Antrim County before. So it's kind of like this scavenger hunt where we get to go out and see if we have some of these special plants there. So still questions to be answered.